So, Kapil, so what's the path towards finding the truth about a thing? For example, if I have a problem and I want to find the truth about that problem, I try and think about it or I write about it, but that doesn't move anywhere because I'm just moving
Okay,
in circles.
you're a logical person. Is that a fair statement? And if it's not, please be honest about it. There's no
Yeah.
judgment here. Okay, so if you're a logical person, then um, you apparently have discovered that if you think about it, um, it hasn't really found you the truth about what you're looking for. So then what can you do? Okay, well, if a person, it's because it's a very logical question. It's a very fair question. So if a person thinks about it, they have a problem and they think about, and then they can't find the solution to their problem. And I'm talking about like non-mechanical, non-technical, problems. Um, then they'll probably, find like a book or something, or they'll, you know, ask an expert or a psychologist or a priest or whatever it is. And then that psychologist or priest or expert will tell them, oh, your problem is this. Okay, then you should practice this. Like invariably, right? It'll be some type of you should do or practice or, you know, some prescription. Okay. And invariably, everyone's tried those too, including you. So then, if those had worked, you wouldn't be in the situation that you're talking about, which is where everyone is. So if thinking about it didn't get you anywhere, and then you asked some expert and did a bunch of prescriptions, and that didn't get you anywhere. So the reason that happens is because you don't know the truth, and the expert doesn't know the truth. Okay. Now, does that mean that you're dumb and the expert is dumb? No, it doesn't. What that means is that the reason that you don't the reason that you don't know the truth is because either you don't have the capacity for the truth or you've never been exposed to it. Because if you have been exposed to it but you don't have the capacity, then it can't enter. If you have the capacity but you've never been exposed to it, then there's no source for it, from where it can come to you. So the truth the truth is found from a deep desire to, when a person slams his fist on the desk and has the overwhelming feeling that, look, I genuinely want the truth about this, whatever it may be, and that feeling is genuine. Then there is perhaps a receptibility, and there's perhaps a capacity, there's perhaps a desire to go on a journey, for exposure to truth. And then he must find a source which gives him the truth. So those, as you can see, this is like a perfect storm that must come together. Because if either one of those things is missing, then it's not going to happen. And so then you can also see why it is so incredibly unlikely for any human being to ever have the truth in their entire life. Because one, the chances of them having the exposure to it from some place or person or source is very small. And then the chances of them even having the desire to actually even know the word truth, I mean, just as it is, that's unlikely, because all of their exposures have been in the form of prescriptions and how-tos and hacks and five-step plans. So you can see what tectonic shift must take place and how unlikely that tectonic shift is in a human being's life for those two things to even happen. So it happens almost by accident. um, does does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
So if that makes sense, then, I mean, this is, my work is for mature people, right? For like really serious people. It isn't for the drivel and the masses. I mean, it isn't. It just isn't, because no one. This is like 475 million layers deep. No one stands a chance. So you have to have some level of depth to even get to the front door. Because the truths, like if someone goes on the journey to find the truth, the things they will be exposed to and the things that they will hear will be so wildly and unimaginably contrary and heretical and antithetical and opposite and off this planet, different in every possible way from what they have been exposed to. They have to be ready for that. They have to be ready for that. Um, so that's my sort of somewhat comprehensive response to your question as to, if I want the truth about something and I thought about it and it didn't come to me, then what do I have to do? That's an honest answer to your question.
Thank you.